Well, hello, 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 and happy Thursday. Today is January 13th, 2022. Wow, it has been one long ass day. I cannot believe that it's still Thursday. I feel like I've literally worked 2 straight days. Anyway, well, before I dive in to my introductory, let me check and make sure I'm where I need to be. As I am on 3 different platforms. So give me a moment. If I am not paying attention to you, please forgive, as I am just making sure I'm where I need to be before I dive into tonight's insight. All right, so yes, I am on my Twitter page. So for those who are watching on my Twitter page, please let me know that you are there. I'm going to move into my YouTube channel. There, I see that there's 4 of you on. I tell you, Mercury is just getting the best of us. Let's see what's going on. Checking, verifying. Come on, people. Oh, I don't know. This is ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, not sure to why YouTube is being a pain in the butt. Anyway, I might have to not know if I'm on live on my YouTube channel. If somebody can go to my YouTube channel, that would be Holistic Fitness Barry Cologne, all one name. And let me know if I'm chiming in there live. So this way here, I do know. Let's check this out. I think this is my password. I'm not even sure. I was not prepared for all of this. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Wow, 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 wow. This is ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Wow. There I am, looking all silly on my Facebook page. Ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Wow. I tell you, that brings me right into my gateway conversation, which I'll be talking about in just a second. Just wanted to make sure I am streaming where I need to be streaming. So I am live on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel. And now all that for me to step away from it. And now I'm going to dive into my Facebook page and know that I am where I need to be there. And there's about 5 of you, 7 of you with me. So I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. And there I am. All right. So I want to give a shout out before I dive into who I am. I want to give a shout out to Jamie. Hello, hello. Robin, Norma, Sherry. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for being here this evening. And thank you for being patient with me as I was trying to get technology to work. For those of you who might be new to me, new to my page, I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. That is me. And as technology is, we are currently less than, I think 8 hours away from Mercury being in retrograde. In case you did not know that, Mercury will be retrograde as of tomorrow, the 14th of January. And this is I'm going to use the word wicked Mercury retrograde. And what do I mean by wicked Mercury retrograde? Well, Mercury is going to retrograde start off in Capricorn energy, and then it's going to quickly move into Aquarius. Now, a lot of your astrologers are really just focusing on that it's in Aquarius energy, but it's actually going to flip-flop. It's starting in Capricorn energy. It's going to move into Aquarius energy, and then it's going to jump back into Capricorn energy on January 24th, just to give every one of us an opportunity to clear some energy that took place in December. So if, for whatever the reasons are, you were somebody who had some sort of event taking place in your life that dealt with communication and yourself. Most of the time it's ourself anyway, and someone else on January 24th, as Mercury shifts back into Capricorn energy, you're going to have an opportunity to do a little work and reflecting to possibly heal that situation and release it. So be prepared, be ready, be excited, and pay attention. Pay attention when we think about this energy, and then I'm going to get into the cards. Pay attention to your energy during this retrograde. And why do I say that? A couple of reasons why, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I will be talking about this more on Sunday on my TV show in regards to, besides Mercury going into retrograde, it's going to team up with Venus and Uranus in retrograde. So Venus is actually in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus energy. Capricorn is 10th house in astrology, associated with the work that we are here to do: physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, and the work on our body as well. Uranus is our planet, as I like to call it, the midlife crisis. But it's the awakening planet, and it's in Taurus energy, which is second house energy, which is associated with your physical and material possessions and your relationships and your finances. And again, it's awakening energy. So when you bring all that together, Mercury in retrograde, which is communication, technology, scheduling, routines, and if I didn't say it loud enough in case you missed it, technology. So this is going to be a very fun time regarding technology. So plan ahead if you happen to be traveling anywhere, that bring a book with you or bring something to do, because you might end up having a few delays. Okay, so when you bring those three together, communication, Venus is the relationship, money, and love, and then Uranus is the awakening. Bring those three together, we got some interesting work that we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks, because Mercury stays retrograde for a 3-week period. Venus has been retrograde for some time, and so has Uranus. Like I said, I'll be spending more time in this energy on Sunday. So if you wish to learn more about this retrograde period, please come join me Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Joanne's Healing Within TV show, which is featured on Strong Island Television. You can watch it right here on Facebook and also Twitter for that matter. And I do also believe it airs live on YouTube as well on Strong Island Entertainment, if I'm not mistaken. And if for whatever the reasons are you can't make it while the show airs live, you can always watch it on Roku on demand. All right. So enough about the retrogrades that are going on, although I have a feeling these 3 cards that are showing up today are going to play a huge role in these retrogrades that are taking place as of tomorrow, in addition to the 2 that's been sort of in flow for quite some time. So here's how this goes. If you've had an opportunity to choose a card that was already posted earlier today, please go ahead and place that card number in the comments. So if you are watching from Facebook, put your card number in the comments. If you are watching from Twitter, put your card number in the comments. If you are watching from YouTube, I have friggin' no idea where you put your comments. Sorry about that. I still haven't figured that out yet. So once I see, because I can see who's watching on my Facebook page. So once you guys go ahead and put in the number card you've chosen, I will get ready to go. So Anthony chose card number 2, Jamie chose card number 3, Sherry chose card number 2, Jamie Lewis chose card number 3. So we're going to dive into this. Now, again, there's a few of you who are new to my Expand Your Intuition card reveal, and how this is going to work is I'm going to go through each card. I'm going to provide insight, inspiration, and using my intuition to share insight with you. Cards can show up one of 2 ways: upright And then in reverse. Should the card show up in reverse, the reverse message means you need to pay attention. And also the chakra, the color, is associated with a chakra, and that chakra needs your attention should you have chosen that card. Now, what I also find is whether you chose the card or not, as long as you're here with me, whether you're watching live or replay, I recommend that you work on that chakra as well. What usually happens once all three cards are read, all three cards usually come together and tell a story. So let's see if tonight's cards do just that. So I'm going to get ready to dive in. Our very first card, it's all about family. So if you chose card number 1, I am speaking to you. Card number 1 is about family. And when we think about these retrogrades that are taking place, especially the Mercury one as of tomorrow, is really about taking time to reflect on how you need to communicate with your family. Who do you need to communicate with in the family? Who do you need to sit quietly and listen to what they're going to be saying? Listen to their point of view, recognizing that one thing I learned today, or should I say listen to today, with working with a lot of my clients today, is that there are so many of us out there wanting people to change. Everybody wants somebody to change. Now, one of the things I've definitely shared with a lot of my clients today is the only person you can change is yourself. And if you want to see a change in somebody, the best way to do that is to change the way you look at them. Change your focus on what you look at them. So if you are only focusing on all the things you're not doing right, change the lens and focus on those things they are doing right. Even if there's only one. If there's only one thing they are doing right in your eyes, stay focused on that one thing. By doing that, you'll start to see more things going on that's right, because that's where your focus is on. And it goes the same with family. So if you chose number 1, this is about family. This is about working on those matters in the household. The number is 1 and 5. So that 1 is doing it differently. Doing it differently. The 5 is about also doing it differently. The 1 is a new way of doing something, and the 5 is about change. Change. Now let's talk about that total number. 1 and 5 is 6. When we think about the number 6 in numerology, it's about healing, nurturing, taking care of oneself, but also taking care of the home, the family. And it's also about, when we talk about the number 6 of taking care of the home, it's not just your shelter, as it is your body as well. Now, in astrology, the number 6 is associated with the 6th house energy, which is about organized, routines, scheduling, structure, and also health, fitness, and wellness. And interesting enough, when we talk about the 6th energy, let's talk about the collective energy. 2022 carries a 6th vibration. So the entire world, the entire planet, whether you're conscious of it or not, we are all unconsciously or consciously, focusing on healing, nurturing, scheduling, and organizing health and fitness and wellness into one's schedule. And also wanting to organize more. So a lot of decluttering, a lot of moving things around. Because when you move things around in your home, energetically, you move the energy as well. The same thing goes with when you move your body. When you literally get yourself off your chair and move your body around, that moves the energy in your body as well, which is why it's so important to make sure you are actually moving your body. And this could be a family effort. You could be the one that leads, encourages your family at a specific time in the day to get together and participate in some health, fitness, and wellness. Whether that means you get outside and take a 10 or 15-minute walk and then come back inside, or if it's nice enough, do your exercises outside. Family activities. Healing the family matters. Now, the chakra here is the heart. So when we think about the heart, there may be some heaviness that sits in the heart chakra that has to do with a family member. where again, it's really about, when we talk about the Mercury retrograde, it's really about having that conversation, but not necessarily during the Mercury retrograde per se, but really learning how to pay attention. And during this Mercury retrograde, maybe you can even work on letting go of the judgment that you have towards that family member, including yourself for that matter. Because again, we have Mercury, Venus, and Uranus all in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde, like I said, is going to flip-flop, starting in Capricorn and moving into Aquarius and then coming back to Capricorn just for a day. And then Venus is in retrograde in Capricorn as well for the old time. And then Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus energy. Taurus is about the physical and material possession and the relationship you have with yourself and others and your finances as well. So a lot of energy in that first card, family. So I just wanted to make a mention for those who are joining in again. For those who are popping in, please go ahead and write down the number that you chose for your card. Now, if you did not get a chance to write a number on your card, to write a number in the comments, then choose a number rather, then just hang in there and see which one of the three cards resonates with you by the time I'm finished. And if all three cards resonate, you can say that too. All right, so it looks like that there are about, I'm trying to figure this out. There are about maybe 2 people watching live from my Facebook page and maybe 5 people viewing from another platform, either Twitter or YouTube. I'm not quite sure how that works. Anyway, so let's dive into card number 2. So for those of you who chose card number 2, I'm going to be speaking to you. Let me know how it resonates. Card number 2. Card number 2 is about health. And so appropriate when we think about it, health. Because when we think about 2022, the collective energy, which I spoke about before, it really is about health, fitness, wellness, organizing more exercise into your routine, making sure your dietary habits are on track, making sure you're drinking enough water, making sure you are going for those health visits. I mean, if anything we've learned in the last 2 years is how important our health is. Maintaining a healthy immune system. Maintaining a healthy immune system. Now, the chakra associated here is the sacral energy. So this is all about releasing the judgment. When you again bring those 3 retrogrades into play, Venus, Mercury, and Uranus, this gives you a chance to release the judgment that you might have towards yourself or towards somebody else. So let's say you are dealing with a health issue right now. Rather than feeling ashamed about it or judging yourself about it, learn from it. Ask yourself, what am I supposed to be learning from this experience? I truly believe anytime any type of physical symptom shows up, whether it's physical pain, illness, or disease, there's a lesson. And there's a deep lesson in it. So my advice, my insight to you is to take some time to self-discover if there is a health issue flaring up and find out what that health issue is trying to tell you, not just about you, but also trying to tell you about your body and about what's going on in your life. Now, our number here is a master number. 33 is known as the master teacher. You are literally teaching others how to take care of themselves. You are literally teaching yourself how to take care of yourself. How do you take care of yourself? Now, 33, like the first card, adds up to be a 6. So here we have 2 6. 2 6. So again, as I've been saying from the very beginning of this, the 6 energy is really about healing, nurturing. In numerology, it's healing, nurturing, taking care of yourself. Your karmic lesson that you are going to learn this year, in 2022, you are going to learn something about yourself and you are going to heal a chapter in your life in 2022. Now, in astrology, the number 6 is associated with the 6th house energy, Virgo energy, about routines, organization, structure, scheduling, health, fitness, and wellness. If I do not say this enough tonight, it's all about health, fitness, and wellness. If you do not have a health, fitness, and wellness routine practice going on as of yet, and it's already the 13th day of January, I highly recommend that you reach out to me so I can help you create one. Because that's the theme for 2022. You will be taking care of your health. You will also be possibly taking care of a family member with their health. It's the theme. All right, before I move into card number 3, just want to check out some of the comments that I'm getting on Facebook. So Jamie says, I love that you said that. No self-judgment or shame. Learn from it. That is so correct. I mean, self-judgment and shame, guilt, blame, and all that is all ego-based. And when we do that, we're doing that because we are in that defensive phase where we need to defend ourselves. We need to have an explanation to why we might have done what we've done, as opposed to just recognizing it was done, own it, accept it, and most importantly, learn from it. Whatever it is that you are judging yourself with someone else for, take this opportunity, take this Mercury, Venus, and Uranus retrograde to release that energy and see what you can learn from that experience. So at the end of this retrograde season, especially Mercury retrograde season, you will have learned something about yourself, and also in the process of releasing it so you can heal from that experience. Okay, let's go into card number 3. Card number 3, as I mentioned, the cards can show up in one of two ways. Now, this card is showing in reverse. Now, again, what does a reverse card mean? It means you need to pay attention to the message. You also are going to need to work on your solar plex. That's the yellow energy. Solar plex is about trusting. Solar plex is about digesting. How many of us are having a digestion issue where we are not digesting? Perhaps maybe, and this is going to get a little personal, perhaps you're experiencing constipation or you're experiencing diarrhea, where diarrhea is about you can't keep anything in. You can't keep anything in alignment. Constipation means you're completely stuck. And then you might also be experiencing hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids means you're trying to push on something. You're trying to force something to happen that isn't ready to happen. So the solar plex energy is digestion, is trusting, is believing, is the gratitude, is the appreciation, is the abundance. It's feeling more secure and safe, knowing that everything is happening for you, not to you. Nothing is happening to you. Nobody can do anything to you. When you sit back, when I hear clients say, well, so-and-so did this to me. No, so-and-so did nothing to you. What so-and-so did was activate or tapped on an experience that was already there that triggered the shit out of you. And if anything, you should be thanking them. Because by it being triggered, that means it was brought to your attention, brought to the surface, so you can work on healing it. And that's the key there. So no one does anything to you. If you were feeling a certain kind of way about something because someone said something and sort of ruffled your feathers the wrong way, thank them because they gave you an opportunity to pause and then evaluate on what it is that you got flustered about, that you got annoyed about because someone tapped on something that obviously was true, but now you need to go and defend yourself. Stop defending yourself. Stop defending yourself. A defensive mode is already a guilty mode. When you are defending, it shows that you are guilty, which means you need to defend. You need to come up with an explanation to why you did what you did. And rather than doing all that, just own it. Own it. Allow yourself to own whatever it is you did. And if anything, just respond back to the person as, you know what, I never looked at it that way. And possibly you were right. Give that person that. Allow yourself to say that person's right. It won't kill you. So now when we think about the yellow in reverse, this is really about your solar plex being blocked or sluggish, meaning there's indigestion, there's constipation. There's not trusting. There's limitations. You feel like there's a limitation. You feel like there's only one way of doing something where there are so many other choices that you could be doing other than that one way. So think outside the box. Now, the affirmation is listen and truth. So listen to what the family members are saying. Listen to what your health is telling you. Listen, and then allow yourself to be truthful to you, truthful to yourself. Stop selling yourself a story just so you can feel better about the situation. Stop selling yourself a story just so you can feel better about the situation. Be truthful. Be truthful, be transparent, be honest. 3, when we talk about the number 3 in numerology, it really is all about how we communicate. That Mercury energy. Communicate. Now, it's very interesting. Our first 2 cards add up to a 6. And our second and third card have a 3 in it. So I'm loving these numbers. So when we think about it, 6 and 3. Now, when you take 6 and divide it, it comes down to 3. So the real message here tonight, when we think about it, and so in perfect alignment, and I love when this shit happens, that it's in alignment to this 3 energy of Mercury going retrograde. Again, Mercury in astrology, the number 3 is associated with the 3rd house energy, which is represented by Gemini. And Mercury is the ruler of Gemini energy. Gemini is all about communication. And Mercury is communication. Mercury is about how do we communicate? How do we listen? How do we express ourselves? And again, technology, social media, marketing, writing, journaling, that's that 3 energy. That's that 3 energy that Mercury is in right now. And when we think about the 3 cards here, it really is about communicating with a family member or communicating with all your family members, communicating with your health, becoming more of an advocate of your own health, making sure you're taking good care of your health. Because again, when physical symptoms, illness, or disease show up, it's really just your body's way of letting you know that something's not balanced. Or perhaps it's showing up because that particular chakra system needs to be reactivated. Because every point of physical pain, illness, and disease is really associated with your chakra system. So something I read and I posted a couple of days ago, when your chakra system is out of alignment, the first place you need to look is your external world, your relationships, your career, your health, your fame, your money. Those are the areas you need to look at, and yourself. Because one of those areas, if not all of those areas, may be a little off-centered. And once you correct one of those areas, your chakra system comes back in alignment. So this is why I share the Expand Your Intuition, is to help you activate your chakra system, to become aware of your chakra system. So our 3rd card is the solar plexus. Our 2nd card is the sacral. And the 1st card is the heart chakra. And my recommendation is to really work on those 3 chakras, starting tonight when you go to bed, or if you're just waking up. Work on those chakras. Really allow yourself to be in that space of your sacral energy and asking yourself, how can I release judgment towards myself? How can I release judgment towards my body? How can I release judgment towards that situation that might have happened a year ago, 3 years ago, whatever have you? How can I release that judgment? How can I listen more? How can I listen? How can I be more of a listener to whomever is speaking? Let me really pay attention to what they're expressing. How can I really schedule in time for family? How can I schedule in time for yourself? That's what your cards are all about. I love these cards. I love the message for tonight, especially in perfect alignment to the eve of Mercury retrograde. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in right now, I mentioned earlier that Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow on January 14th. It's going to be joining Venus and Uranus in retrograde. So we will have 3 planets in retrograde for 3 weeks, because Mercury only stays retrograde for 3 weeks, and I use the word only. The other planets have been retrograde for quite some time now, but this is an opportunity for the next 3 weeks to really focus on releasing judgment towards yourself and others, and allowing you to really dig into self-reflection. As I mentioned before, so many of us are looking for people to change. We all want someone to change, but rather than trying to have someone change, what you can do is change yourself. Start with your eyes. Start focusing on seeing that person that you want to change. See them in a different light. See them in a different light. So if you're constantly focused on how they're not doing something, just for the 3 weeks that Mercury's in retrograde, what I like you to do is I like you to focus on something they are doing. So perhaps maybe when they come home, they put their shoes at the door, or they put the groceries away, or whatever it is that they're doing, and you want to recognize it. Something that they are doing as opposed to something they're not doing. When you redirect your energy to something positive about this person, you're going to start to see more positive things about this person. And then before you know it, they're going to change, because you change your point of view. You changed what you were focused on about that person. And then the conversations will be easier, because you're also going to change how you listen. You're going to pay more attention to what this person is saying. And you're really going to do this work over the next 3 weeks. So after this Mercury goes retrograde, goes direct, you will literally have learned something about yourself and also healed something regarding yourself and another person. So that's our cards for tonight, our 3 cards. I'd love to know if you think those 3 cards came together as a story. I would love to know if these cards resonated with you. Just going to read the comments one last time, see if there's any new ones. So we have Jamie says, I knew it. I get the reverse. I can feel it. So Jamie, as you got the 3rd card, the reverse card, again, just work on that sacral energy. I'm sorry, the solar plex energy. Clear out whatever limitations you may have going on. Allow yourself to trust that whatever you're experiencing right now, that this is something you're supposed to be experiencing at this time. It's a lesson for you. It's happening for you, not to you. Be in gratitude about whatever it is that's taking place in your life right now, and really, really, really pay attention. Listen to everything. Listen to, if you play music, listen to the words, because there's a message in the lyrics. If you are watching a movie, pay attention what they're saying, because there's a message there. If you're in the grocery store and you overhear someone saying something, pay attention. That's a message there for you. And most importantly, speak your truth. Be truthful to yourself. Do not say something just because you want to make it easier for another person. If it's something you don't really want to do and it's not aligned with you, be truthful. So I do hope that helps for you, Jamie. All right, Jamie also said that this was interesting and resonates with me. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So that's what I have for you all tonight. It's just about 33 minutes. I'm quite impressed that I kept it under that. And for those who are watching, feel free to leave your comments. If you're watching on Facebook on the replay, let me know how each card resonated with you, what card you chose. And if you are watching on my Twitter and YouTube and you have additional questions, feel free. Everybody can email those questions and comments to healingwithin76@gmail.com. And want to make a note here for those of you who are interested, something amazing. Every Thursday, my newest promotion going on. Every Thursday, I'm just trying to remember my promotion, which is really funny. Every Thursday between the hours of 11 a.m. to I think 2 p.m. Eastern time, you can take advantage of a cosmic energy soul reading. I'm just trying to remember the damn price because I can't remember it right now. I think it's like $45 for a 15-minute reading. There we go. Had to get it together. So if you are interested to getting a reading, Cosmic Energy Soul reading, similar to what we did here, except it's going to be more personalized for you, you can go ahead and book a reading on Thursdays. And if the hours between 11 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time doesn't really work with your schedule, and you need it for a later time or early time, probably later more than earlier, I could do that. And like I said, it's a 15-minute reading for $44. So if that's something you would like to take advantage of, go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you're watching from my Facebook page, you can either put in the Facebook comments or message me to schedule that appointment. I would love, love, love to give you a personal one-on-one reading. All that being said, that's all I got for you all tonight. It's been a really long day. I need to finish off a project, have some dinner, and then get my butt to bed because I'm tired. I do look forward to seeing you all next week. Know that the Expand Your Intuition card spread usually shows up on Wednesdays at some point after 5 p.m. Eastern Time. The latest, it shows up on Thursday morning, and then I come and I provide the insight right here with you live, usually streaming on 3 different platforms, so you can always come back and watch on the replay on YouTube, Twitter, and of course the Facebook page. All that being said, I enjoy being with you. I love your energy. Just want to check in on that Facebook page one last time, see if there's any more. Hello, Sue, who just popped in. And I will be popping off. And again, for those who are just popping in, please go ahead and go and watch the replay. Let me know your comments. Let me know what card you chose. And know that I'll be back here next Thursday for Expand Your Intuition. But for now, have a blessed night. Enjoy the triple retrogrades. Gemini, I'm sorry, not Gemini. Tell you I'm tired. Mercury, Venus, and Uranus, all are retrograde as of tomorrow. 3 beautiful planets doing their work to help each and every one of us become the best version of who we are already. We're just clearing off things that no longer serve. Have a good night, guys.